The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. On 2nd and 9, Brissett. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. On 3rd down, Brissett. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
The Colts send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Here's Hill on the return. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
It's very simple to say. It's a tough spot to go on the road in the playoffs for any quarterback. But when you're a rookie, now you know you've got big-time pressure on you because he's shown that he's beyond his years throughout the season. He's played at a high level, and his team is very confident in him. But to go on the road leading your team in the postseason as a rookie, that's a whole nother level.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Castillo now looking to throw on 2nd down.
That throw complete to his tight end Long. Finding space at the 40.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. Now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the 2nd round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around.
And a little spin cycle, room to run now.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Off the play fake, Castillo. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
They give up the middle to Akers.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Castillo. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57 to 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And they come in as the 3 seed in this, very likely the last home game of the season for them, even if they win this ball game. But while they would have loved that top spot and the bye that goes with it, they're still in a pretty good position.
Well, they certainly are, and let's face it.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. Yeah, they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. The last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Here's Castillo on 3rd and 2.
Got his man. It's the tight end long. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target. Able to pick up another 1st down.
Castillo throwing on 1st down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Looking to throw. Castillo. Oh, heck of a move. Man. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
It's a gain of 23 yards. No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Back to throw. Castillo. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Night.
Brисsett's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Brissett.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete, and this should be the final play before the quarter ends. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after one. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Castillo. And this is caught by Watkins. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. Back to throw again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Brandon, you know more about quarterbacks protecting themselves. I have to admit, I like what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Castillo.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. Now Castillo from the gun on 3rd down.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
They run once more with Taylor.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
50 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They really need to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. At the 29-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
A gain of 3 yards. That's a number.
Brissett to throw on first. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
To Jonathan Taylor. It's a gain of 9. Brings up
Looking to throw again on second down. Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
brings up 3rd down and 1.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run here with Taylor.
He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. This is Hines. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Naeem Hines, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Castillo buying time to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. To throw is Castillo. To throw on second down.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Blake Gillikin on a punt here as he'll send this one away.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Colts taking the field again, running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage.
And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. He gets this one to Boyd.
He's got room past the 30.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 26 7 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now.
Castillo now on first down.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Here's Castillo looking to throw on second down.
Akers back-to-back catches.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
He's got long over the middle, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw again.
Open man left side, it's a tight end long.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Sanders' kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wild. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give more joy and confidence moving forward.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Looking to throw. Castillo. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And that about right there. He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, Brissett again. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's-eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7.
It's a pickup of 6.
They'll throw again. Brissett. Now he's got it. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Here's Brissett. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding, offense.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now a give to Taylor. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. 2nd down and goal. Reset.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he stopped immediately there.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Eluding the pressure right.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
And he'll protect himself at the end as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
But this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground, because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
It was the linebacker, Shaquille Leonard, who applied the heat. And just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
And the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Castillo throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So an interesting decision at this stage of the game to go for it. Do you think maybe that missed field goal earlier had anything to do with it?
If it did, I'm really surprised, because usually one miss is not enough to alter your game plan. My only thought is maybe he got hurt, or maybe they just understand that it's not his day for some other reason we don't know right now. But in general situations, you run him back out there and let him have another chance.
Now a throw here to his running back. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
To throw, Brissett. He completes it to Boyd. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A gain of 6. That's good for the Colts. First down.
On the counter, it's Taylor. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. Brissett. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Now Castillo throwing to start the drive. Out route to Hill, complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Off the play fake. Castillo. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a first down. 2nd and short, that's a rundown. So it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Now here's a throw that's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the give, this is Akers. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 58 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs. That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Castillo. Open man is Waddle, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game. It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football. To throw is Castillo from the gun on 3rd down. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Akers. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action.
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Ahmed is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Castillo. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. DeForest Buckner in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And the Colts getting ready to go. And what a pressure spot for both sides, really. But they're at home now. They have the football here in the playoffs, sort of controlling their own destiny.
It's a spot they've all dreamed of. This is where you want to be. Home, have the ball, a chance to win the game, control your own destiny, as you noted. But here's the thing. Don't let the crowd get too involved if you're this team now. You've got to make sure you let them carry you, but not cause you to do things out of what you're supposed to do, right? Take you away from focusing and concentrating on the game.
Because sometimes you get so amped from the crowd that can carry you into spots you don't want to be. Is that what you're saying?
From experience, sometimes that crowd gets so involved in it and you get involved with them that you end up making plays or trying to do things that maybe you shouldn't have done.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brissett. He finds his man, complete. It's Boyd. The Colts on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14. To throw is Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. There's Charles Harris getting home for the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened from these ace pass rushers.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Colts set to take over here offensively. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. His throw incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's Brissett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Colts send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Dolphins offense returning to the field.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanketed his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
They go play action here on first down.
Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Long.
Castillo now. Off play action. A quick throw, but incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Castillo. And that is incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He's been terrific so far. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So the Colts now down on the scoreboard. 2:09 to play. They'll have one play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. Brissett to throw on first. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now left side on the swing pass. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And able to find Higbee. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Colts first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
That's good for a Colts.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Pass pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Pass complete to Taylor.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Brissett.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
They'll go again here with Akers.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. And this one is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
The Dolphins advancing in these playoffs. As we say so